This is Noise Professor, and before the audio didn't work, or at least on replay it didn't work. This is some spinal column. This is my studio. Ta-da! Here are my guitar cases and various cases. Here is, I don't know if you can see that. There's the heavy lifting time. That's what I use to carry amps or roll amps into gigs or whatever. The studio is a total disaster. I'm sort of between, I'm getting ready for a gig tomorrow night, and so I have to configure my pedal board and make sure everything's cool. But I'll just walk you through some stuff. This is just a test. I'm not being. This is where I get to have fun and be loud. And if you looked at the previous video, I think Dragon did, you see that I live kind of in a forest, so I don't really have neighbors very close, and I can be loud until basically all hours of the day and night. Grant, there's the Mark bass. So this is the main area out here, and there's a snare drum that I use for recording. A lot of times I don't record a full drum set because I only have the capability to record 2 channels at a time. So that might change soon, though. I've been looking at that. I've been reading good things about that Zoom recorder that goes 8 channels simultaneous to SD. I don't know. That's pretty attractive to me. You could mic up a whole drum set plus, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. These are cool. You ever seen these? I did this all yesterday, too, but I deleted it, so forgive me if this is repetitive. These shakers that only shake in one direction. So you can get really intricate shake patterns. There is a Kimball Swinger 1000 organ. And there's me. Hi. Here is an old Marshall head that's not mine. An old kind of consumer drum machine that is mine. Yamaha DD6. That's fun. It's very bendable. The HR-16, the 80s drum machine to beat. That's just some kind of corny keyboard, but it's pretty cool through effects. That's the, that guy makes noise. Then this is my main amp, which is a Fender DeVille, the 2x12 version. There's the extension cabinet for the bass amp. It's a big 15. That's a 4x, what is that, a 4x12 or 4x10? That looks like 12. That's not mine. And that's a clay or ceramic Doumbeck or Durbeck or whatever it is. And a bunch of pedals. The Boss RC50, Voice of Saturn analog synth. The Onoho Auto Stutter down there on the ground. I'm going to maybe, I don't have any way of knowing whether this audio is working. Oh, there's a chat, let's see. Okay, wait, I get it. Okay, I can see. Great. Julia, is the audio working? This is live from a Android phone. Oh, good. Thank you for telling me. I've never used this app before, so I didn't know that it would how it would work. But I see that I can look at the chat and kind of get a sense of what's going on. And I can see that I can get a sense that I'm boring people to tears because the logged-in users are dropping rapidly. Well said. Anyway, that's me. And that's Dora the Explorer. Nice. So it doesn't work at all. Okay, sweet. So everybody's gone. Whoa. I wonder why that thing jumps around so much. It can't possibly be that people are jumping on. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So that's the looping part of the pedal board. This is the modulation, another part of the pedal board. Actually, let's take it from the guitar, dun, 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 through the board. That's a GRB CocoCaster, which is a replica of a Surfcaster from the 80s, which are really expensive. You can buy them on eBay, but they're really great guitars and have a sort of a real special thin neck. And it has humbuckers and a lipstick single coil and a picture of Mike Watt pasted behind the bridge for inspiration. Mike Watt in full beard mode. I keep that on there during the gig to check it out. This is by a maker of guitars, GRB. You should look them up because they make these reasonably priced Surfcaster replicas, and they make them in limited factory runs. They make them in Korea or somewhere, but they make them, I think, in batches of 100 or whatever. So this guitar is 87 of whatever the batch number was. They make it in a tangerine color, and they make it with a Bigsby. In retrospect, I wish I had gotten it with the Bigsby, but that's next time, perhaps. And that goes into this the first board, which usually has a tuner in this empty spot. Sometimes has the wah-wah pedal, but not always. Has the Ernie Ball little volume pedal. Then, where do we go from there? We go into the Ring Thing, single sideband modulator, which is the newest pedal on the board. And I really like it. I was playing with it today. It'll do octave up, octave down, and it'll do ring mod kind of stuff. And it's tunable ring mod, so you can press the second switch there and it will tune the ring mod, whatever the carrier frequency, so that it sounds musical. Ring mods sometimes sound, like robots, but. Into the underrated Screamin' Blues, which is just a overdrive distortion pedal. Into the Noise Box by Subdecay, which is a video game total sonic destruction pedal. Into another ring mod, the Android 2 by Copilot. And then, so that board jumps to this board, into the Big Muff Pi, which is modded by me with a tone stack mod, which takes the tone stack. The Big Muff has a strange, notoriously strange tone, so it is balanced out by this mod. And then here is a battery sag kind of a thing, which simulates a dying battery, and you get some real great Velcro type things. Oh, sweet. Timmy Boy's watching on the iPad. Right on. Yeah, I thought that Dragon was going to look, and I'm glad the audio works. I walked around the forest at my house, and when I played the playback, I had no audio, so I don't know if that's just process, not product, right? We're just testing everything out here. DS-106. That Big Muff goes into the Tube Zipper, which is has two 12AX7s, and it's a envelope follower. So it's kind of like an envelope filter, but it has some really cool. You might be able to tell from this that I'm a huge fan of Electro Harmonix pedals.